How you doing all? How's things? I think we could talk about Instagram for a little bit. Now, I don't claim that I have cracked the Instagram or anything like that at all, but I'm doing quite well with it. So I thought I'd give you kind of a couple of my tips. I filtered through a lot of tips that other people are posted online and put a lot of them to test. So maybe I can share you some of those of my experiences and what's worked for me and what's going to be the biggest hurdles and what's been the biggest things to help me grow my Instagram following. I really like Instagram as a platform because I do feel that there's a lot of organic quality to it. I really like it, and the other thing is that I have become to realize that I'm a very visual person. I see things very visually and imagine things very visually, and somehow Instagram allows me to express myself in a really kind of positive and nice way. I've been on Instagram for quite a long time, but I wasn't really, as everything new, you kind of sign up for it and see what happens. But I suppose in the past couple of years I put more effort into it. I kind of realized how powerful it was, and then when I was kind of picking up a little bit of a following there, I realized that the engagement in Instagram is quite unique and quite powerful. The people who follow you tend to also react to your stuff much more than in other social media sites. I decided that, right, let's explore this, let's see how I can do something with it more, if I can put it to better use. And I started reading about all the best ways of using it. I looked at both sides. I looked at the sides of the people who've been very successful by just simply posting absolutely amazing stuff, and then I looked at the marketing side of people who kind of usually find the growth hackers who find the little hacks that get you the biggest amount of growth the fastest possible way. And what I realized very early on then was that that growth hacking side of things, yeah, you can see the numbers grow really fast, but it very rarely leads to kind of active engagement and active followers. And that's what, if you're considering using it in some sort of a platform that you might make some sort of a financial gain somewhere along the line through branded deals or anything like that, the only way that's going to happen if you have very active following, a very engaging following. Like I consider myself very lucky at the moment that I have a lot of followers who really react to my photos, leave comments and likes all the time, and I'm very proud of that. And so what I figured out that what it comes down to, and this is going to be the most cliched thing I'm going to tell you today, your most powerful tool for growing your Instagram following is your content. It is the quality of the stuff that you do, and you can go a few ways about it. You can make really kind of shareable stuff that you could make, like the pictures with the text quotes on them, and they can do pretty well. I tried a couple of them in the past, but I realized that wasn't really where my passion was. My passion was in the photography itself, and to be successful at that, you need to get good at it. You need to take a lot of photos. You need to just keep on snapping, keep on getting better, figure out the simple things like the rule of thirds and the basic lighting, and get to know your gear. That's another one that I really had issues with over the years. I had a Lumix G2, which is a great camera, but I never really got on with it that well. Whereas this Canon that I'm using right now, the G7X, which hopefully soon is going to be upgraded to proper DSLR. I got to know this camera really well, and I read the instructions and I looked at all the online stuff. Once you do that, the camera kind of delivers a lot more. You get more out of your camera, because the thing is that most cameras these days are high enough quality to make a good content. In fact, even the camera on your iPhone is pretty good. It keeps amazing me all the time. Once you know how to use your camera, once you know how to work with things like light, the next thing is you need to learn how to edit your photos, and you need to learn to be critical. We go out and we take 100 photos and we want to post them all. No, you take 100 photos, you post 2 of them, 2 of the best. and you edit them. All of my photos go through Lightroom, and I noticed huge difference in my photos since I started using the Lightroom. And again, I got the software and I went online and I found a couple of really good YouTube videos where the people were teaching you how to use it, and they were pretty phenomenal, and I learned a lot really fast. And as a result, my pictures got so much better, and I have to say, I saw straight away a growth of my followers and my likes, and I'm not joking about that. Yes, in the beginning part you gotta hustle a little bit. You need to get the first kind of 1,000 followers up there, and to do that you could use applications like Crowdfire, where it basically works that you follow other people's followers and in hopes that they follow you back. That's okay in the beginning parts, but I mean, Instagram is built cleverly in that sense that you have limitations on that. That you I think it's around about 7,000 or something. You can't follow more than that. So that obviously puts a stop to it, and I think it's great because, do you know what I mean? Like, to be able to enjoy as a personally your Instagram, you can't follow too many people because your feed just comes a complete another mess. But once you get past that first 1,000 followers, I can pretty much guarantee you that if your content is really good quality, you will start to see growth. And the other thing is, be consistent. Make a schedule for yourself. Make a schedule. Decide that you're going to post a photo, say once a day. It doesn't mean that you have to go and take a photo once a day. It means that when you go and take photos, you take a load of them, and then you make a schedule when you post them out. The thing is, if you know, out of sight, out of mind. It's simple as that with social media. If you don't do anything with it, it's not going to do anything for you. You need to be active. You need to be very active all the time. And by posting photos once a day and committing to it, like rain or shine, I post a photo. But make sure that they're good quality. So you have a stock of, say, weeks worth of photos all the time. You're that much ahead of it, and you will see growth, like without a shadow of doubt. And that's one of the things I love about Instagram, is that it's a kind of platform that it does reward you, and share things that I think positivity is one really important thing. Like, be positive, share positive things, share things that you see, and look for, like, you know, the quirky beauty around you, and like, yes, things like, you know, sunsets work really well, and they're good things to do because they're kind of some of the classic elements of photography, and you can learn a lot from doing them over and over again. But think of it the way that, you know, you don't want to bore your audience as well. So keep variety and do things, and try to do things that are different somehow. Like, I love going out on the rainy days and taking photos because we all have, you know, we all are used to the sunsets and that kind of stuff. If I do photos of where I'm in the photo, it has to be something that relates to something that I'm doing. So consistency and quality are the two things that will definitely have a massive impact on your Instagram following. As I said, the first 1,000, hustle to get there. Just hustle, get all your friends to like you in that state. In the long term, you want to get away from that. You know, it's not about having who's got the most amount of friends. It's like, it's followers. And the followers that are going to have some sort of effect are actually for you to become an influencer, which is a horrible word actually, but it is in any kind of social media format, it is an important thing. For you to become an influencer, you need to have people to follow you who are like not just your close friends. You know, it has to be, they might become that, but you know, you have to offer something to the world that people see worth their while following, even if they don't know you. And that's how you build following. That's how you build, if you want to call it fame. That's how you can have an impact on other people's lives, you know, and hopefully positive impact on other people's lives. You can inspire them, you know. And this is something that I know I've been posting a lot of stuff about social media on my Twitter and my Facebook accounts lately, and it's in the hopes that maybe some of you kind of pick up on this, because I know some of you follow me just through music, and I've always been very willing to offer my tips on how to promote your music the best you can on a kind of a shoestring budget, and social media is wonderful for that. So my point is that all of this advice that I'm giving about, for example, Instagram, musicians can use it as well. Musicians, get good at taking photographs. Get good at taking photographs, learn how to make videos, learn how to edit videos. Like, that's social media content is so visual these days, and there's nothing better to use your music for than a video, you know. So get good at that. So yes, what I was trying to say was, sorry, I'm a bit kind of all over the place with this because I'm walking at the same time. I'm trying to avoid the puddles and on the beach, but we get to the point and we get the good bits out here. This works like for anybody. This works for if you want to be an influencer of, like, if you want to be a musician who's trying to build a following to people to look at the music. This works for them as well, as long as you realize that it's not all about you. It's not about, if you're trying to push, you know, check out my music, check out my music, check out my music, check out my music, people will not follow you. They have absolutely no interest following you. Social marketing and music should be like the number 10 or 11 on your list of things that you talk about. Like, leave it all behind. Like, don't worry about it for now. Like, that'll come in time. And this works for not only for musicians, it works for any kind of artist, any kind of visual artist. Instagram is brilliant for that. And the rules of building that following are exactly the same. The trick is to find out what kind of people you want to follow you, and then try to target them, but target them with good content. Like, offer them value, offer them something that's worth their while following. I know I'm repeating that, but that's the key, and that's what you have to understand. So let's recap. Consistency, quality, find your target audience and offer them something that they would appreciate. I think we're going to leave it at there. If you got any questions, leave me comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'm more than happy to try to help you as much as I can. As always, it's my passion to give you guys something that inspires you, and in hopes that you can make something great as well, and make this world of ours a little bit better place. So I'm more than happy to help you out if I can in any way. Right, let's leave it at that. That's my rant about Instagram over. Talk to you in a bit.